Armenian Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan is on his working visit to Russia on the sidelines of the Eastern Economic Forum hosted by Vladivostok, Russia. Today he met with representatives of the local Armenian community. Pashinyan was met by Father Sargis Parakhchyan and the leader of the Armenian community in Vladivostok Harutyun Avedyan. The Prime Minister laid flowers at the crossstones which were set up to commemorate the victims of the Armenian Genocide and the Armenians who died during the Great Patriotic War. Answering the questions of the representatives of the Armenian community, Pashinyan spoke about Armenia's foreign policy, the conditions created for business in our country, the priorities of the government, the army, etc. He noted that opening communications through the territory of Armenia and for Armenia is definitely beneficial. For example, cars from Iran and Georgia can go in and out of Armenia. We are not against that. We are for the same with Turkey and Azerbaijan. The final agreement on this issue has not been reached yet, he noted. Reflecting on his recent meeting with Azerbaijani President Aliyev in Brussels, Pashinyan said, "During that meeting, we did not manage to record shared positions on the most important issues that concern us. In particular, we are talking about the Nagorno-Karabakh problem. On the other hand, both of us, Azerbaijan and Armenia, record their desire to achieve peace and record peace," he added. The Kremlin has not yet confirmed the reports about the upcoming visit of Russian President Vladimir Putin to Armenia, said Yuri Ushakov, the Russian presidential aide on foreign policy. "I have no confirmation about it. So far, our side has not officially spoken about it," Ushakov told reporters when asked whether such a visit was being prepared. He added that the working contacts between the Russian leader and Armenian Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan are active. They have met several times this year, and the politicians talk on the phone on a regular basis. A delegation led by Philip Rieker, the new U.S. senior advisor for Caucasus negotiations and new co-chair of the OSCE Minsk Group for the United States, on Thursday visited the Armenian Genocide Memorial in Yerevan, informed the Armenian Genocide Museum Institute. Rieker was accompanied by the U.S. Ambassador to Armenia, Lynn Tracy. Director of the Armenian Genocide Museum Institute, Harutyun Avedyan, welcomed the guests and briefed them of the history of the creation of this memorial. Russian military journalist Yuri Ushakov posted a video on Telegram in which an Armenian soldier is seen single-handedly stopping an Azerbaijani convoy, and the Ministry of Defense, the MOD of Armenia, has started work to identify this Armenian soldier. NEWS.am has learned about this from the MOD Press Secretary Aram Torosyan. He noted that the MOD has started work on determining the date and location of this incident and identifying the aforesaid serviceman. U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken made an unscheduled visit to Kiev on Thursday as the Biden administration announced major new military aid worth more than $2 billion for Ukraine and other European countries threatened by Russia. In meetings with senior Ukrainian officials, Blinken said the Biden administration had notified the Congress of its intent to provide $2 billion in long-term foreign military financing to Ukraine and 18 of its neighbors, including NATO members and regional security partners that are most potentially at risk for future Russian aggression. Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan expressed agreement with Russian President Vladimir Putin that Ukrainian grain does not go to the neediest countries. According to Erdogan, the grain is not going to African countries as intended. Mr. Putin is right that the grain corridor is not being supplied to poor countries, but mainly to developed countries. Mr. Putin is concerned that during the sanctions imposed on Russia, grain is sent to the very countries that imposed the sanctions. We, with Russian President Vladimir Putin, will discuss this topic in Samarkand, he added.